per usual with updating anything. If I make any sudden jerking moments, it's because Shelby has decided the perfect time to bite me is now. She is laying on the floor over here, biting me like a mean cat. Okay, so let's go back to Sunday. Sunday, I didn't get as much reading as I had hoped. I did get a good chunk of the engagement party read, which was started for Brittany and Kelsey's book club, B&K book club. So, I mean, I did start that, and that is going well, in a sense. There's a lot of characters that are introduced very rapidly. So, excuse me. It's going well in a sense. There are a lot of characters that are introduced rather rapidly, and it's kind of hard to keep them all straight. And we're kind of finding out bits and pieces of the backstory, but at this point, I kind of wish someone would just, like, fully come out and say it. I also don't really understand what Ruthie has to do with stuff, which I'm sure is going to be revealed. Then I also started Crooked Kingdom, which is the sequel to Six of Crows, and I am enjoying it. I didn't get very far, like I said. I only got 10 pages read or so because my mom kept asking me to, I was at my mom's house, and she kept asking me to do things because my mom does this monthly rearrange the living room furniture thing. I don't know why. We only put it in two different, like, arrangements, but every month we rearrange the living room furniture for I don't know what reason her reasoning is. I move my stuff and, like, clean behind it, but, like, every time I do it, but, like, I am not gonna rearrange stuff all the time. Like, my mom is so extra. I don't know what she's doing, I don't try to understand her. But I just didn't get much read because she kept interrupting me to have me do this and then do this, and then I didn't get much read. Monday, I didn't get too much read either. Ironically, I was on sprints, but I didn't get much sprints done. I only read literally a total of 12 pages when I was on sprints. And I hosted that, which is kind of sad. But I did film a video that went up this past Thursday. It was a cook and chat, so we did get some productivity done, right? And then Tuesday, so last night, I edited that video and I listened to the rest of The Lion Game by Ruth Ware. So I am ended up giving that one 3. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst. I was bored through most of it. I just didn't care about the characters. They weren't likable. I did not care about their relationship. I mean, come on. I don't know what Isa thinks her husband's gonna think when she's running off all the time. And then she just slightly gets mad when he thinks she's having an affair. But, like, can you blame him? You got flowers from someone else. And you don't really explain anything. Like, I think if they both just, I get her anger and I get his anger, but I think if they both just took a step back and tried to explain things, it would go better. Also, they are in a fire accident toward the end of the book, and she does not call her husband. And I know you're mad at him, but you should still be calling him, if not for yourself, but because you guys have a child together, and he should be informed that she is in the hospital. Death, like, never gets resolved, and that actually really bothers me. Like, not that they're really, like, do you guys stay together? What is happening? Like, I know you're angry at him, but he should still know about his child, and that kind of irritated me at the end there. And then it is now Wednesday. I have read a few pages of Crooked Kingdom, and it's going well. I'm only, like, on chapter 2 yet, but I'm, like, 20-ish, 4 pages, and I think is the last page number I saw. That I, like, actively looked down and it's all. So, it's going well. I need to get some dinner going because it is 7:10. And I actually got home a little early today because we had 6 cancellations today, which was a miracle. It was our saving grace because apparently nobody wanted to work today. We had one girl call off because she's sick. really, I don't think she wanted to do retina imaging because she complains about it every single week. So I think she just didn't want to do it. We'll know if she shows up at work tomorrow, if you could show up on Tuesday and you could show up on Thursday, but you're too sick to show up on Wednesday when we were doing the things you didn't like. Suspicious to me. I'm sorry. Like, she's conveniently sick all the time. She's like conveniently sick for like a day and then fine. She's fine the day before and like fine the day after. Like, you just didn't want to come to work, okay? I don't know how y'all make a living when you guys are out all the time. Another girl just didn't want to come to work. And I know she's a single mom, but I don't. Her kids are sick supposedly all the time. And I know kids in daycare can get sick all the time, but like, why are your kids always running a fever? It's always the same excuse. The kids are running a fever. The kids run a fever every day of their lives. They run a fever every week. Maybe you should take them to a real doctor and not the ER. I can't believe you're going to the ER for that. The U.S. healthcare system is not very friendly for the ER. Unless she's on Medicaid, then he's probably all covered. But still, like that, the ER is not a doctor office. If your kid's running a fever every week, you should probably bring them to a real doctor, like a pediatrician type thing, not an ER doctor who's gonna look at them for 5 minutes and go, yeah, give them Tylenol. Not that they're not real doctors in the ER. It's just, they're not taking the time to look down at your case and like, you're gonna get a different doctor like every single time. Bring them to like a primary care doctor. We don't really have pediatricians here, I should say, but we have primary care doctors who regularly see children. Maybe take them there if they're getting a fever every week. That's very weird. I don't know. That raises red flags to me. I don't know anyone who gets a fever every week. And then the other girl showed up at work and then proceeded to leave 5 minutes later and just said, I have to run home. Why? Why do you have to go home? I don't get what we're doing. But okay then. Fine. Guess I'll just do all the work as usual. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So, yeah, our saving grace today was that 6 patients canceled. It's really our saving grace. Thank you, elderly people who don't want to come out in the cold. Usually they're the ones who keep their appointments no matter what. And we're like, why did you come? There's 4 feet of snow on the ground. Not that dramatic, but like still. It's like way too much snow and ice. And why did you come? Why did you drive yourself, by the way, also, when we know we're dialing yours? A lot of them do that. And it's very like, why would you do that? But I am going to go so I can start dinner. And tonight we are going to get reading done. I am going to make myself do it. Welcome back to a very chaotic end of this vlog because I drank 200 milligrams of caffeine like an hour and a half ago. I bought something new. You can see part of it here. This is all because people were talking about their Kindle arms, and I don't own a Kindle, but I do own an iPad, and I read on my iPad because you can just download all the apps on your iPad. Like, I can have my NetGalley one on here, which I honestly just signed up for because I've never had a NetGalley account before, but I signed up for one. And I have Libby, and I have Hoopla, and I have my Nook app on here because I used to have a Nook when I was like 12. I had one of the real simple ones. I can't remember what they're called. But it was like, it's basically like a Paperwhite Kindle is what I had. And then I got the LED screen one, and it just dies so quickly, and so I didn't like it. And then my iPad is much better because this is not the iPad I got in college. I got an iPad in college for note taking because it was a lot easier to just download the PDFs from. We use Blackboard, and then I could just download. I downloaded Notability because that's what we used in high school. Because my high school was bougie and gave us iPads when I was we started that when I was like in 8th grade. Instead of Chromebooks, my school did iPads because we were rich there. I was not rich. because I got everything for free because my mom had 5 of us, but and she was a single mom, but the rest of the town was rich, and so they got us all fancy iPads, and we used Notability. So then I went and bought Notability for $10 when I started college, and I have all my notes on here, which I actually still have all of my notes from college, and they're lovely little folders of like biochemistry, health science classes, psych courses, and then my miscellaneous, which was like physics and all my random like elective classes I took. And then I just, now I just use it to keep track of random things. I had a reading planner on here that I clearly have not updated since May of 22, which I should probably update again. You know what? That's really nice. I should do another one of those. I also have different like reading challenges on here. I'm going off on tangents. Ignore me for this part if you don't want to listen. But I have like a Gilmore Girls reading challenge where it's like every single book that's ever mentioned in the TV show. I've never seen that TV show, by the way. Should I watch that at some point? What does it stream on? But like, I just keep track of all those books. And then I have several Bookopoly and like Spookopoly boards on here from the different years. I could probably delete that. I have my Clue scorecard on here. I just have a bunch of random stuff on here. I also have a bunch of random recipes that I've saved. Ooh, I should go through that and look at something. That'd be nice. I should do that sometime. I also have different TV trackers on here because I'm like going through and watching all these different TV shows. So I like keep track of like, okay, the main one that's on here is 90 Day Fiancé because they have a track of which order it's recommended you watch the seasons in, because I've watched like the original 90 Day Fiancés, but I haven't watched like all the spin-offs. So I'm going back through and like rewatching everything, casual things like that. But I don't know where I was going with this. Oh, different apps I have on my iPad. So yeah, I have like all my book apps on here, so I can also have several games, but so I can like flip back and forth and read different things. And I thought, this would be perfect for me to lay on my couch and read my books, because now I don't have to hold my iPad. That's perfect, right? So I went and bought one of these things. That's where the moral of the story was going. I remember now. But Wednesday night, I did not come back and update. I do know that. So on Wednesday, I just ended up reading. You would think Shelby also had caffeine, but she just had catnip. She's just being a little psycho. I read 40 pages out of Crooked Kingdom. Obviously that's not that far, but it's going well. It's taking me a little bit to get back into this one because I did not read the first one like recently. I read it back during Get a Clue, so like November. So it's been a few months now, well, like 2 months. So I'm getting back into it. I am now a good chunk into it, so this is going well. The problem is that I want to finish my Libby holds, because logically, all of my Libby holds came in this past week. That like, well, I shouldn't say all my Libby holds, several Libby holds. Oh my God, Shelby, what are you doing? Put your claws away. I don't like that. I had 4 Libby holds come in. I still have 8 books on hold, but I had 4 of them come in. And so I finished The Lion Game this week, and then I started Dead Zone, which I am now 59% into, and then Engagement Party came in, so I started reading that. And then I had Among the Brave come in, which is book 5 in the Shadow Children series, the one that I've like nostalgic series I've been reading, which is short, but I gotta finish Engagement Party because it's due in a week. So I should focus on that one, but everyone's been telling me to read this one. But back to Wednesday. Wednesday is Retina Day, so I don't really have I have very little energy to read after work because I just worked like a 10 to 11 hour shift. And so like I'm just not feeling it. Thursday, I went and started Dead Zone by Stephen King, which is my Stephen King book for January here in the reading group, the Stephen King reading group I'm in. And I almost wanted to put it down at the beginning of the book, but I'm not a DNFer. I can't do it. Like, I'm a completionist. And like once he has the prologue, our main character is a shitty person. Of course, it's a King book, there has to be at least one shitty character. But it's going well. I'm usually not a big brain injury person. Like, I'm just not into the whole brain injury things. But this one's very interesting. It's very like a sci-fi feel. I don't know if it's technically classified as a sci-fi book or not. Sorry, I'm fixing the um, rubber cover on this. I don't like how it's like bent out. There we go. Let me see. No, go up. Just because I touched you doesn't mean I want you to move. Storygraph. Oh, it popped off there. Okay, so Dead Zone. Okay, no, it's just classified as horror and thriller, but it has like sci-fi elements to it, I would say, because we are talking about like a sixth sense, like he can tell the future almost. So we are focusing on that. So that's going really well. And then last night on Friday night, I actually read a lot during Katie's sprints. Katie from I Would Rather Be Reading. I listened to 183 pages of Dead Zone while I was diamond painting. Read 56 pages of Crooked Kingdom, and I read 86 pages of Engagement Party. So I did make a lot of progress yesterday, and I'm really happy with that because I did that all after work. But I also got sent home early on Friday because I was in overtime by 1 o'clock again this week. Well, last week I was in overtime by 10, but I was in overtime again. And they sent me to the office that's 40 miles away. So they were like, hey, you live 40 miles away, so you can leave because it was still snowing. We got a lovely snowstorm Thursday night and Friday. And we got more snow again last night. But then today so far, I've only read 35 pages of this. Well, I've actually read more than that. Because I did listen to Dead Zone on the way to and from my mom's. So let's see how many pages of that I read. I gotta go back here. And I have to go to Storygraph. And I gotta click that. And I gotta click that. And I gotta click that. I'm on page 237. Yeah, 11 p.m. is fine. I read 55 pages of Dead Zone. So, I've also read a little bit of Engagement Party. I haven't logged that yet because I'm still planning on sitting down yet to read a little bit more. And I have like 30 minutes before midnight. But I am reading Engagement Party, and I started at 48% today. I think I'm currently at 51%. So, like, I haven't read a ton, but I am making progress. But I think my goal for Sunday is I for sure want to finish Engagement Party. And I want to make a good dent. Like, not that I haven't made a dent. Like, I've made quite a bit of a dent. But I, like, want to at least get to 50% in this book tomorrow, I think. And I need to work on some of my class notes because the end of my class is coming up soon. So I really do need to, like, study and finish notes, which I also did that today. So I'm feeling very productive about today. And I'm probably going to sit down and probably just read for the rest of the night. Because I don't really feel like sitting up and writing. That sounds like a lot of work right now. I kind of want to sit in the dark. So I'll probably end up turning all the lights off but these ones and just sitting here and read the Engagement Party. I think that's going to be my plan. You feel me? So, this has been an ADHD session. I've been already going for 10 minutes, so we will cut this off here, and I will see you guys back on, Thursday. If things go to plan, this will be a Thursday vlog for this series. If things go to plan. If they don't, we'll see what happens.
Sammy, let go of me. Sammy, let go. Sammy, let go of me. Sammy, stop.